Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 41, I do believe. And today we are returning with two, possibly three more games with our Italians. And hopefully today as well, the end to the Murgia saga as well. Now the two games we'll definitely play are Verona away in the, in the round of 16 of the Coppa Nazionale. And then Empoli away as well. We might squeeze in the Spal game at home, the final game of the month, but I'm not too sure we'll get the time because there's lots of transfer business to attend to today. Because as you can see, we've got 32 grand in our wage budget right now. And I'm desperately hoping that Murgia, who is still interested by Southampton, is not going to leave the club because he's still negotiating right now on a free transfer with the Saints. I'm desperate to keep the guy here. At the moment, we can't offer him a contract he wants. He wants 35 grand a week plus. And, of course, we can't afford that. But I'm hopeful that we'll just about manage to raise the funds today, possibly with a sale, and we can convince Murgia to stay. I guess we'll have to wait and see. First thing is let Romano go out on loan, though. We'll quickly do that deal there. 60-40 wage split, as always, totally fine with me. And yeah, let's advance in the calendar, and let's go ahead and see. Was that Esposito saying thanks for giving me a chance? I deleted that email so quickly there. He hasn't even played a game yet. What? Let's just advance in the calendar and see what happens with Murgia. Please don't leave us, Alessandro. Best case scenario is he turns down and moves to Southampton. Incagneri, if you would leave the club, mate, we would have enough to give Murgia. No. That's a bit annoying. Right. I'm not going to say it's all your fault, Andrea, but for goodness sake, mate, if you would have left the club to one of 20 teams, we could have afforded to give Murgia a new contract. So that is not the way I wanted to start today's episode off. Ignato's gone to the team we're just about to face as well on loan, Verona, and Alessandro Murgia has indeed decided to leave and join Southampton on a free transfer. I can't blame Ignari too much. This is my fault for not realising at the start of the season he was out of contract in the summer, but oh, Murgia, we've raised you. You've become a 77 rated DM. You scored in the last episode as well. You're such a good little player now. Look at some of those technical stats, man. Oh, man, that is really annoying. Like, in an RTG career mode, you need to make your money count. Losing one of your best players on a free transfer is not the way to do that. God damn it. But I guess the good news is he'll still be here till the end of the season, so he can still be part of our lineup to try and help us break into the top three for the first time. But Ingagneri, I'm not putting the blame on you, mate. It's on me more than anyone. But seriously, you have rejected every single transfer offer you've had in the past couple of years. If you would have just left once, just once, we would have had the money to sign Murgia to a contract extension. Just, oh, I'm annoyed about that. Very sorry for getting angry, but that's really annoyed me. Still, this series is a challenge, so stuff like that is kind of good, really. Helps things get a little bit tougher for us and really puts us up against it. But either way, I would have preferred to see it not happen, of course. But we'll have to deal with it. Anyway, first game is Verona in the Cup as they travel to Sicily to come and take on the Stadio Renzo Barbara. Making 11 changes to our lineup as ever, fielding a weakened side. 4-1-2-1-2 wide with Dalmonte and Pinamonti up top together. Oh, Murgia. This is definitely revenge for last year, no doubt about it. If I didn't try and force him out the door last year, he wouldn't have left. He would have said, no way, man, I'm staying. Because if you remember, last year we could have sold him. We had a bid accepted, and he turned down the move. He wanted to stay. I'm confident if we didn't do that, he would have elected to stay this year and not decided to go to St Mary's. But either way, it's just one of those things. And again, this series is a challenge. So it's kind of fun to make things a little bit more difficult, but it wasn't my intention. Let's just say that. Good tackle there. Now down Monte on the ball. Feeds it inside. Castro loses out to Pinamonti, back from his loan spell, and on the score sheet as well. I don't think this guy ever scored a goal for us the first spell he had with us back in Season 1. But he scored his first goal for the club after coming back from loan in his first start since coming back from loan. 1-0 Palermo, and we had the 21 minutes in. Ball through there, and Pinamonti won it back after number 19 miskicked it, drills it into the bottom corner, and Palermo take the lead in a Coppa Nazionale round of 16. Good stuff. Obviously, our main goal this year is to break into the top three. We want to be in the Champions League next year. Last year, of course, we're very close to doing that until our end-of-season collapse cost us a place in the CL. But I'd like a good cup run as well. And if we can win this game, we'll be into the quarter-final stages, I believe, for the first time in the series. And that will be very encouraging as well in just our third season. I'm not going to say a chance of silver. I'm not sure we've got the squad for that, really. But there'll be a chance. There'll definitely be a chance. As Rinaldi will dribble out and find Maggiore. through to Gallo. And Gallo's a man running through there. Can he pick him out? It's Del Monte, who's round his man. And Del Monte is through to make it 2. Good save, but Gallo turns in the rebound. And 29 minutes in, we double our score. And it's that young man, Gallo, that always impresses when he's on the pitch. And I've said it a few times and I'll say it again. We can't really utilise him in our 4-1-2-1-2 narrow because he's no good playing central. He's only good when out on the wing. And we don't play with wide midfielders in this Palermo team normally. Good shot, well saved, but Gallo on hands turning the rebound. 2-0 Palermo. Good first half. Got to stay in attack mode as we end this first half. Gallo's cross is a good one, but headed away. The problem I have in FIFA a lot, and some of you guys have noticed it, is I don't keep my foot on the gas pedal. It gets to like the 60-minute mark, we're leading by 2, and I just conserve energy and don't really continue to go for it. That can't be the philosophy right now. We've got to keep on going, got to keep attacking, because otherwise, Chiesa Verona will get back in this game. I'm sure of it. Maybe right now, that shot just wide of the post. Still 2-0, but take nothing for granted. This game is far from over. Well, maybe the game is going to be over, because with 4 minutes to go, we're still leading by 2, and Chiesa Verona have done absolutely nothing in the second half. What a surprise. They actually played okay in the first half, but trailing by 2, and they sort of waved a white flag in this one, really, until right now, as that shot goes just wide of the post. 2 minutes to go. They've left it far too late. They've left it far too late. They had a decent first 45 minutes. They just stopped attacking us. We're still leading by 2, and surely into the quarters. And that is going to do it then. Final score at the Stadio Renzo Barbara. A bit of a weird game to start off with. Palermo 2, Chiesa Verona 0. Got the job done the first half an hour, scoring our goals through Pinamonti and Gallo. But for the away side, they played some pretty football. Had some chances in the first half. I'm really surprised how passive they were in the second. They did basically nothing. In my opinion, this is the biggest problem with the AI on Legendary. A lot of people say that the game is too easy offline nowadays. I don't necessarily believe that. I don't necessarily agree with that. But the problem is the play style is the exact same for every single team. And it gets far too easy to defend against. And at times you just think, why aren't you attacking me? You know. But I'll give man of match to Pinamonti though. Scored our first goal. A nice little strike for his first goal at the club as well. Sets us on our way. We are into the Coppa Nazionale quarterfinals. And so with that in mind, I think we should definitely play a third game today. So yeah, Romano's been loaned out. We've got Empoli next. So what we'll do is we'll play the Empoli game and the Spal game as well. There's a bid here for Cutrone. Sassuolo want to take him for 10.9 mil, but hands off, lads. This guy's been in unbelievable form this year. He's going nowhere. And Romano's been loaned out. There we go. And I think now we should be able to find out as well who our opponents are going to be in the Coppa Nazionale quarterfinals as well. So let's find out together. Dun, dun, dun. Where are we? Oh, there we are. Bottom left, we've got Roma. Ooh. Tough test, that one. Roma in the Coppa Nazionale quarterfinals. I believe that'll be away then, because normally I used to think it was the other way around, but I think it's the top team are always away. So where are we away? Yeah, we're away at the Stadio Olimpico to take on Roma. Oh, and that's at the end of the month as well. So we've got Empoli, and then have we got Spal and then Roma? Is that right? Yeah, we've got Empoli, and then Spal, and then Roma. Oh, it's going to be tough. So what we'll do today is we'll play the Empoli game and the Spal game as well. And then the next episode we'll have Roma in the Cup, and then transfer deadline day as well. That is going to be unbelievable. So moving swiftly on to the second game of today's episode, it is indeed Empoli away from home. They're sitting in 19th place with just 8 points picked up all season long and just the 1 victory. They're having a miserable campaign, whereas we are in fine form right now and still in the top 3. So back to our normal league lineup, 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Let's get another win. Let's get another 3 points. Let's stay in the top 3. If we don't get into the Champions League this year, I'll be very disappointed. You know, I know we had a bit of a struggling patch mid-October, I think it was. But, oh, Cutrone's shot well saved with the goalkeeper and turned away. The truth is, this is a really decent young team. Whilst I do take the point, there are some very good Serie A sides which do have better ratings than us. I feel really confident. I mean really confident using this team. There are certain teams, there are certain sides where I build on career mode, and whilst I normally build really fun teams that I'm good to play with, there are some which I struggle with at certain points. But this Palermo team, for the most part, normally I play good football with, I score some nice goals, and we win a lot of matches. So this year, yeah, top 3 in my opinion has to be mandatory. As Melagorni tries his luck and drills it in, and I have to say I'm really liking this guy as well. He's got some really good ability from range. He fires it home, 8 minutes in, 1-0 Palermo. Keen to Calabria. Can I dink it over the top to him? I'll try to. And Moisa flicks it on to Fabio Gallo. It's Gallo. It's Fabio Gallo. Can he finish from a tight angle? No. Puts it just wide at the post. This guy, by the way, this season's been in really, really good form. Not scored that many goals, but chipped in with a few assists as well. And right now continues to keep Lofaso, who we really like on the bench. He's had a really good year. And this guy's having a good year too. Nicolo Barella through to Mr. Fabio Gallo. Can he find him again? Oh, yes, he can. Yes, he can. What a lovely move. And the people's captain, Nicolo Barella, does the dead fish as Palermo doubled their lead. Wonderful 1-2 between those two midfielders. And the skipper fires us into a 2-goal lead 28 minutes in. Gallo with a wonderful back heel to spot the run in Nicolo. Great first touch, better second touch. 2-0. It's been all Palermo in the first half. As you'd expect, Mandragora's corner to the middle. It's headed on by Cutrone, and the goalkeeper can't keep it out. And it's Empoli 0, Palermo 3. And Cutrone gets another goal. He and Keane having their own race for the golden boot. Love it. Orlando, yours, mate. Yes, big strong header. And now Melagorni controls as well. Calabria to Murgia. As we'll pass our way forward. Fabio to Cutrone. Continues to run. Barreca's out wide though. Storming forward and asking for it. And he'll get it. It's Antonio. This could and should be 4. Moyes is arriving. And oh, what a miss from last year's Golden Boot winner. Fabio Gallo looking for Pat. What a ball that is too. And Cutrone finds Moyes Keane, who this time doesn't miss as he puts it into the back of the net. Celebrate with Pat, mate. Celebrate with Pat. These two this season have been an unbelievable duo. Last year, all about Moyes winning the Golden Boot. But this year as a strike partnership, as bros. They are unbelievable. Pat has 13, Moyes now has 14, 27 goals for this season, and we've only just got past the halfway point. I'm running out of words to describe these boys. Calabria into Melagorni. Now Moyes Keane spots Gallo running through. It's Fabio who's had a great game this afternoon. Can he get a goal, which he definitely deserves? Fabio Gallo, no, save with the goalkeeper, and then Pat can't turn in the rebound to go level with Keane in the race for the golden boot. But that should do it. Empoli 0, Palermo 4. Are we going to get the final whistle? Not just yet. Nope, there it is right there. Empoli 0, Palermo 4. A big thumping win for the lads from Sicily. And I tell you, man, like this team, well, I talked about it briefly at the start of the game. This team plays some great football. They score some really nice goals. A couple of good ones in this one, including Melagorni strike from distance. A really great win. Yeah, we got to stay in the top 3 this year. That's mandatory. 11 shots, 7 on target compared to 1 and 0. Exactly like we discussed in the last episode. Really, AI just not wanting to attack. But to be fair, we were a cut above in this game and different class. No doubt about it. One of our best performances of the season. And as a man of the match, always tough one. Melagorni got a lovely goal from range. Barella scored a goal. Gallo, I thought, was brilliant tonight. And Cutrone bagged the goal and assist. But I think I'll give it to Gallo. Only the 1 assist, but I thought he had a really good game in a thumping 4-0 victory. Good stuff. That's what I want to see. And you can see we are now at the halfway point in the Serie A as well. 19 games played, and we are sitting in 3rd place with 41 points. There is still a chance we can claw our way back into the title race, but after Juventus' red-hot start when they won their first 11, it is quite unlikely. But a top 3 place is what I'll settle for, though, no doubt about it. I'll definitely take Champions League this year after collapsing at the end of last season to miss out. But after failing to complete Murgia's contract extension, I might try and sign a new player on a pre-contract if I can, because there are a couple of players on the shortlist right now that have their deals that come the end of the year, and one of which is a midfielder who is very similar to Murgia, or so it seems. Federico Viviani from Hellas Verona. He's a few years older at 27 years old. However, his wages are really, really low. He's valued at £10.5 million, 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, and he just looks like a carbon, well, not a carbon copy, but very similar to Murgia. A really good defensive midfielder with some very good stats. So I'm going to try and get the guy in on a pre-contract. So he wants to be an important squad member, which is what he will be if he joins us at 78 overall. But only a 2-year deal. Not too happy about that. So let's try and extend if we can to 4 years. Oh, and the agent's saying no, only 2 years. Okay, let's go to 3 years then. And yep, they're okay with that. No release clause. Yep, I'm not looking for one either. Now let's talk money. How much does he want? We'll offer what he's on right now, which is just 5.6k a week. This could backfire spectacularly though. They could say the wage you're offering are insulting. So let's hope that doesn't happen. No, he only wants 6.3k a week. FIFA and EA, like as much as I love signing players on the cheap, EA really need to address this sort of stuff. A 78 rated player only on 6.3k a week doesn't make sense, but the bonuses are really cheap as well. So we'll offer that contract there. and they are totally fine with it. A 6.3k a week deal, really low sign-on bonus, and Viviani is going to replace Murgia. That was a really quick transfer we just completed there, but I got to say I'm very happy with it. 5'11", medium work rates, very well balanced physicals, and technically, look at some of these guys' stats, man. 82 ball control, 80 dribbling, 80 for long pass, 80 for free kick accuracy, 82 short pass, 79 long shots, 80 shot power as well, and defensively some decent stats too. That right there is an absolute steal on just 6.3k a week, and to be fair, I think we've done really well there. Of course, we're going to be sad to be losing Murgia next season. He's been a really good player for us ever since we signed him way back when in Season 1. But he's 4 years younger, Murgia, yes, but I gotta say, Viviani looks just as good, if not slightly better, so I'm more than happy with that. So, third and final game today now, as we take on Spal back at the Stadio Renzo Barbara. Same lineup and formation as the wannabe Empoli by 4-0, and if we win this game, it'll be 6 wins from 6, and we'll extend our record in January and keep it 100% heading into the Roma game. What confidence that'll be away at the Stadio Olimpico. So let's get the job done. It's Spal at home. Let's end strong and get another win. Obviously, I've got one eye on the Roma game, but don't get me wrong, as much as I'd like to win it, our league form is far more important, as Fabio Gallo shot the flex off Felipe, and that could be awkward for the goalkeeper, who's missed it completely. And thankfully for him, it ricochets to Lazari, gets it clear. But yeah, it's not mandatory that we win silverware this year. I know we've only won the Serie B so far in the series. It'll be nice to pick something up this year in our 3rd season, but it's not mandatory that we win either the Europa League, the Serie A, or the Coppa Nazionale. But it is mandatory, in my opinion, that we finish in a Champions League place for next year. This has been a terrible first half, though. We're still deadlocked at 0-0, and I've done absolutely nothing. I can't break Spal down. I can't penetrate right now, and they're actually looking a slightly better team as Mandragora makes the tackle and Murgia gets it away. That was an awful first half, lads. Come on, we're at home to Spal. This should be a win, no doubt about it. They're all getting rested against Roma out there. No excuses if we can't find a winning goal. I'm looking at you, Moisa. Put it in for us. Barreca, down the left-hand side, is away from Belimo. Now can he cross the middle? It might drop to Keane. Oh, that would have been lovely had Moisa converted that one, but sadly the back heel straight into the goalkeeper's gloves. Still 0-0, 53 minutes in. Can we find a breakthrough at some point? Barella to Moisa, cleared. I just can't get inside. Barella to Barreca, chance here, crosses, Menegoni arriving, but heads it wide the post. And in a game of very few chances, we really need to take that one. Come on, I don't want to finish on a 0-0, please. I don't want to finish on a 0-0. Lofaso, Cutrone. Moise Keane puts it home, and it's Palermo 1, Spal 0, with 17 minutes to go. Get in. We have finally got that goal that we so sorely needed. Moise with his 15th of the year. Cutrone knows that he's playing catch up in the golden boot race, but he knows it's all about the team, not the name on the back of the shirt. Nice ball through to Keane for his 15th of the year. 17 minutes to go, and surely we are going to stay 100% in the month of January. Last season, the reason we missed out on the top 3 is because we slipped up at home against mid-table teams so often. We cannot afford to do it again if we are to qualify for the Champions League and stay in the top 3. So this was a huge win psychologically more than anything. We finally get the breakthrough through Moise Keane, 1-0 the final score, and we've won every game in January still. Get in. I don't think we've conceded a goal in January yet either, so that's really good defending from us once more to shut the door on our opponents. 1-0 the final score, not a classic, but when we needed a hero, Moise came through. I said at half-time I was looking for him to put the ball in the back of the net, and he did. 1-0 the final score, we'll stay in the top 3. 18 games to go in the season, need to stay there. And I think just before we end today's episode, I might try and make a new signing as well and make it 2 for today's episode, because there's another player on a pre-contract that we could sign, Pucciarelli, who played against in the second game today against Empoli. 75 rated, and this guy's got some very good stats. He's got medium-high work rates, which isn't ideal for a striker, but I don't mind. I love players to track back. 3-star, 3-star. When you look at this guy's physical stats here, he's got some really good stats. He's not the strongest, but 90 acceleration, 90 agility, 87 balance, 83 stamina, gotta love that. And technically not not bad either. So I might try and sign him as well as Viviani as well to end today's episode off. Obviously, I discussed last year when we signed Lamana, Bitante, and Vicari as well. These are the sort of signings which, on an RTG career mode, you might think are a bit counterproductive, not bringing in young players with loads of potential. But what you got to realise is that when you sign these sort of players, you can then sell them a year or 2 years later, perhaps, for a profit, make some money on them. And that's just an easy way to get cash. But he does want a lot of money, though, and I'm not happy about that at all. 27.5 grand a week. You're having a laugh, mate. So let's remove that big bonus there. And let's try our best to get him down. Now, he's on 15 grand a week right now. So I'm going to offer what he's on right now. And I'm going to try and remove that sign-on bonus if we can too. So let's go 100k. And that's a lot less than what he's asking for. But he's not getting what he wants. That's far too much money. Well, no. He's not interested. Pucciarelli is going to leave. And, well, I was hoping to make 2 signings today. But unfortunately, he's decided that the contract just wasn't good enough. So fair enough. Would have been a good little cheap signing there on the free. But instead he's going to sign at Empoli. Stay at Empoli. And that's okay with me because we've got Cutrone and Keane banging the goals right now. So we don't need your Pucci. But that will end today's episode of Club and Country, guys. So big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. How did I forget what I normally say at the end of my outro? Please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic Friday night. Had a great week. And I'll see you for the next episode of C&C very soon. Bye.